Welcome to sunny side of San Diego.
It's the greatest city in the history of mankind. It's a fact.
Two local San Diegans that look at obstacles as an opportunity for growth.
If you don't fail, you're not even trying.
Michael Carini is the Acrylic Alchemist.
You can call me CEO
of Carini Arts. And Vicente, Vinnie, Enriquez.
No one could do it better.
The team lead of the Enriquez group.
Ride with us.
You sunny San Diego listeners. So today we wanted to kind of go over the idea of motivate yourself when you just really don't feel it. And what better day to talk about this on a rainy day? All right, a rainy day, at least for me, and I don't know who else, is that it feels so nice. I mean, getting to stay in your warm bed, have the rain dripping down outside, and it's just like, oh my gosh, those. Whew, feels good. I mean, even today, I'm assuming for Michael over here, we jumped on like a minute behind. I'm like, I bet you he's staying in his warm, cozy bed right now. Is that the case, or am I totally off?
Totally off. I did deadlifts yesterday, so my back hurts like hell, and everything's moving slow, and the rain slows me down. And then I'm thinking about how much my back hurts and how I'm going to have to run right after this. So, yeah, you're not helping my case here.
Yeah, no, I was like this morning, I was able to get a workout in, and I feel so much better for it. I mean, after you do it, it feels so much nicer. But man, I could have probably slept in probably for like another like half an hour, maybe hour, and just been like, this is nice. This is a nice day. But
yeah, it's so easy to fall into that comfort, and I think that's what we all seek. We all want to be comfortable. Why would you not want to be comfortable? That's the logic. It makes sense to me. Our desire is to make things better for ourselves, to feel good. And doing things that suck does often not feel good. But those are the things that help condition you to being able to take on more, to be stronger, to be better for longer periods of time. I mean, I'm getting up there. I got a birthday coming up next month, and the number just keeps getting higher. It's not going backwards. So even the things that I used to be able to do, they're getting more and more difficult. So it takes more work to be able to do the things that I used to be able to do. And so it's easy to think, well, why don't I just slow down? Why don't I stop doing that? But I don't want to. But it forces me to constantly run up this mountain, literally and metaphorically.
I mean, foreshadowing is the biggest thing for me. When I need that extra oomph, right? I mean, of course, you look at, okay, what's your big why? Why are you pushing it? Oh, if I do the workout here, I mean, I'll get in better shape, or I'll look better, I'll feel better. But I mean, the simple idea of, if you didn't do that workout today, how are you going to feel at noon? Or how are you going to feel at 4? How are you going to feel at 5? How are you going to feel at 8 o'clock tonight? I mean, if you want to even go farther, I mean, if you didn't do that workout today, tomorrow, the next day, how are you going to feel in a week from now? I mean, that's what kind of pushes me, like, oh my gosh, man, I could probably hang out in bed, watch TV, and then I go, oh my gosh, at the end of the day, though, I'm going to feel like so bad. I'm going to feel like, what did I do today? Was this a lost day for me? And that's kind of what pushes me. I mean, the same thing with work. I mean, getting up and doing the activities, doing the calls, doing the follow-ups and things like that. I'm just like, oh, fuck, if I don't do it, I mean, am I going to get that? Am I get that paycheck? Am I get the next deal? Am I going to, be happy with who I am in a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now? I mean, that's what pushes me.
I think you were onto something, though. It's not necessarily the day-by-day thing, because there will be times where I'll think, oh, I took a day off on the diet, or I took a day off from doing this or that, and I was fine. And what it starts to do is to condition you to thinking, oh, it's okay to take a day off here and there. But it's the cumulative effect. It's what happens a week later, a month later. And when you're looking at things so closely that you're seeing them day to day, you don't necessarily realize that, yeah, maybe that one day really wasn't that big of a thing, but maybe it started to create a new pattern. And that new pattern is going to have bigger ramifications in the long run. And so I'm looking at myself the past couple weeks, and I'm thinking, wow, I had such a big drop off from where I was before. What happened? I don't feel like I made that many changes. And it was more of a gradual thing, slipping up on the diet, doing just a little bit less here, a little bit less there. And it would have been something that I thought wasn't going to be big at all, because, hey, I'm still doing it 6 days a week. But no, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, wow, that's got to be what it is, because it's so far from where I was. And so now I'm trying to get back there. And when you fall behind, particularly later in life, it's so much work to get back to those places.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about the idea of, all right, well, I just want to hurt myself here. I feel the aches and pains here. I feel the effects of it right there. I mean, I look at it when I play basketball and I'm just like, oh my gosh, please don't hurt myself. Just get through this game, get a nice workout in, and don't hurt myself. If I win, I win. If I don't win, I don't win. But just don't hurt myself.
That's the biggest fear, because if you hurt yourself, then you're out for a while. And if you're out for a while, I can just imagine the backslide on that, and then all the work that it's going to take to get back. And what I find is that when I do the slip-ups, when I get to these stages, when I regress, it makes it that much harder to get motivated to get going again, because you're thinking, geez, I got to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, it's pushing yourself, and I think it's great when you have an accountability partner, especially if you need that. I mean, where you have someone, if you're doing the workouts and saying, okay, well, I meet so-and-so at the gym every day at this time. And if I don't meet them, they're going to call me out on it. They're going to call me out on BS. Same with work. I mean, if you have those people you're letting down, I mean, it's going to drive you harder and farther to kind of push forward.
I agree. And I think that I need to find that when it comes to working out, because I don't have it and it becomes difficult. And then moving into a relationship, it's so easy to, oh no, let's stay in today because it's raining. Oh, hey, like, let's just get some food. It's not that harmful. But I've had to have some talks lately, and I've gotten pretty stern about it. I'm like, no, I'm not cheating on my diet. No, I need to get back to where I was. And she's telling me, no, you're fine. I'm like, yeah, I may be fine, but I'm not where I want to be. And I understand where that comes from. I understand why people start to get comfortable in relationships and they want to just have fun and relax. But I feel like I'm losing, and this is not, I love the relationship. I'm not going to change that. But what I'm saying is I feel like I'm losing that drive and that hunger in me that has gotten me so far. So I'm trying to find the balance between the two now.
I mean, I think that's a difficult thing. I mean, and that's something, if you've listened to the podcast for a long period of time, it's finding that struggle of adapting to someone else. I mean, I think Carini and myself are very dedicated to what we do, yet sometimes it can be difficult to understand, okay, well, how do we mesh this, who we are, right? This dedication to a partner. So you still provide the love to to your significant other, yet you also can be that dedicated person that you want to be. And that's the thing that I think we're constantly working with. And time blocking is so huge for me. I mean, it's so huge for me. I mean, that at least allows me to say, hey, you know what? I'm doing the activities. I'm when I'm together with my partner, I'm time blocking, saying that this is what we're doing together, and I got to know that this is in my schedule. And the other times when I'm working, doing everything else, fitness, work, anything like that, I'm time blocking, and my partner knows this.
Luckily, I don't have a problem with that, and I can flat out say, I'm doing this at this time, and I'm not changing it. And I know I probably come off so over the top when I do it, but I feel like sometimes you have to do that in order to ensure that you do it. You have to have that commitment to doing it. And so today, I knew it was going to rain, and so my gym's closed, so gym's not an option today. But I knew that I was going to get up. I was going to be achy. I was going to be sore, and I was not going to want to do it. I knew I'd probably try to put off a run, but the truth is I know that the earlier that I do it, the sooner I just get it out of the way, the sooner it'll be done. And I do feel better afterwards. It's just getting going. Getting going is always the hardest part, just getting started. And people think, well, why do I need to get started? You need to get started because it'll change your perspective. It'll change everything, and it'll start moving you in that right direction. We're never really ready. I'm not ready to put on my shoes, but as soon as we're done here, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to just go out and get this done. I'm going to get it over with. And chances are it's not raining right now, so if I go out and get it done, maybe I can get it done before it starts raining even harder. But if I put it off and it's raining harder later, well, then I created that for myself, and I deserve that, and I'll still do it anyway.
Yeah, get the big rocks out of the way. I mean, if your day ended at noon, would you at least be happy with what you accomplished? You probably wouldn't be as happy if you didn't finish the rest of the day, but at least, I mean, for the most part, for most of my days, if I go, you know what, something came up, it's 12 o'clock, I have to go take care of X, Y, and Z, I can at least say, you know what, I took care of this stuff in the morning. And so it's not a full day, but I feel I accomplished some things. And that's always a difficult thing when people would ask, go, oh, why don't you go to the gym like later in the day? I go, because things always pop up. Things always come up. I mean, you can plan as much as you want to plan, yet things do arise. And next thing you know, you're like, oh my gosh, well, I can't work out today. And the next day, the same thing kind of happens. So it's like, okay, well, get that workout in, get that run in like you're talking about. I mean, make those calls that you need to make. I mean, do what you need to do and get it out of the way so the rest of the day can be planned as much as possible. Yet if something comes up, something comes up.
It's interesting you mention that because I always feel stronger at the end of the day. When I do run at the end of the day, I always feel like I have more energy. The runs are always faster. But I don't like waiting until the end of the day because I'm always concerned that if I wait until the end of the day to do it, that something may come up and I may not do it. So in order to be accountable, I always do these things early when I don't feel like doing it, when I am achy, when I am sore, when I am tired. But I think that that builds something within you.
Yeah, and I mean another thing too is when I get down on myself, right? I know people listening. I mean, I know you felt it. When you get down on yourself, you're just like, oh my gosh, man. Like for you, let's say none of your paintings are selling, right? Or for me, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have another deal coming for the next week or something like that, or next 2 weeks, or this deal fell apart or something like that, and you start going, God damn, man, do I suck? And then you remember, you go, okay, well, I've done X, Y, and Z. I've done this before. I've done this. I mean, I'm not who I am in this moment. I am who I've been over the last couple of years. Couple weeks, couple months, and so that kind of pushes me to kind of get through. And sometimes it can be tough. I mean, I have had some situations more recently where it was like a kick in the balls, and I was just like, God damn, man, do I suck? And then I start looking at my track record and going, okay, you know what? This was just a blip. This is a blip. Be confident in my routine, be confident in who I am, be confident in my schedule, be confident in my plan, and things will work out.
Sometimes it's a long blip. I feel that a lot in life and a lot lately. And even when I do have little slip ups or fallbacks where I'm thinking, geez, I'm not running as far as I used to, and my runs feel more labored, or I'm not nearly as strong as I was even like a month ago. What the hell happened? I start to wonder if I'm ever going to be able to get back there. And part of it sucks, but part of that's motivation too. Part of that's what gets me to thinking, no, you can't keep falling off like this. So it does have this level of accountability, but at the same time, yeah, it does cause a problem because the self-talk. And I watch the videos. I know about the self-talk, but it's the thing that I struggle with, and it's the thing that I slip on quite a bit is falling back into that negative self-talk. Even when I'm doing the things, it's the inner dialogue, and I'm going to need to work on that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you and me both. I mean, it's working on, the inner dialogue, knowing kind of who you are. Yeah, I mean, I think that's, and it always intrigues me when I see someone so confident, and yet you weigh basically your accolades or your basically history against that person. Because sometimes I do. I mean, I feel like we're all human. You do it, and you go, they're so confident. They're so confident. Like, where does that come from? Where does that come from? And you just go, man, I need to be more confident. I need to be more powerful in who I am. You know, if they can do it, I can do it. And so it's I think sometimes that idea of weighing your insides against someone's outsides doesn't have to be perceived negative. It can be basically, a positive, because it allows you. Someone told me this once. I thought it was a great way of looking at it. Jealousy is a roadmap of where you want to be. And I was like, that's an interesting way of kind of putting it. So it's not necessarily fully negative if you work upon it and go, all right, you know what? They have something there. They have this confidence. I need to basically adapt from them, or they're doing this. Okay, I need to adapt to what they're doing, see what they're doing, and follow that roadmap.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that. Or it could be a combination of that and some insecurities, or just the recognition that maybe we're not pushing ourselves as much as we should. And another thing is, a lot of times on days like this, rainy days, your friends, your buddies, the people in your circle will say, oh, well, it's not a good day. Other people are taking the day off too. Like, just take a day off. Hey, it's a holiday. Hey, it's your birthday. Take a day off. And that, I think, is one of the things that leads you down that slippery slope into that trap. And for me, just because other people aren't doing it doesn't mean that I should not be doing it, because I'm not trying to get where other people are. I'm trying to get to this place, this own dream that I have. I'm trying to maintain and build upon something. And that requires sometimes doing the things on the days that you don't want to do it, and the days that other people are not doing things.
Yeah. I mean, it's, what's that saying? It's, you're going to do today what other people aren't going to do to get to where other people aren't going to get to, or something like that. I mean, I butchered that saying. So if you're listening right now, so sorry I butchered it, but I think you know the gist of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I kind of piggybacking off of that. You have to do the things that other people don't want to do to get where other people have never been.
See, that's why we work so well together. I butcher sayings, and Michael picks me back up.
I'm not sure that I got that right either. So,
well, yeah. I mean, if you guys are in a rut, you're listening. I mean, feel free to reach out and talk us what you're going through. There's so many things to be happy about. I mean, I know we're in a rough time right now. I mean, COVID, is affecting a lot of us. So yeah, if you're in a tough time and you need someone to talk to, if there's something that we can kind of jump on, if you visiting San Diego and you need some kind of hidden spots to take a look at, feel free to reach out to us, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully you got something out of this.
Yeah, maybe share some of the things that you're doing that are difficult that you don't want to do. I find that it makes a difference. I posted something the other day about starting a new painting and telling a new story. And there were a couple people that messaged me and said, hey, that really got me inspired to pick up my own brush and get to work. So you never know. Sharing your story could help others that are feeling a little trapped themselves. And sometimes you just need that little push to take that first step. And that first step is the first step to what could be a 500-mile journey.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Have a great one.